Hello, my name is Goodchap, James Goodchap. Welcome back to Art Trails and Tales. We've got a real special treat for you today. I'm taking you back home to Wales with me. I had a full 2 months back home recently. You know that feeling when you go to a place that you know so well, you're intimately familiar with it, but you're seeing it with fresh eyes because you haven't been there for a long time. That's a really, really nice feeling. So I'm going to share some of that with you today. And using just watercolor paper, some pigment and brushes, we're going to make a lovely watercolor painting of Caerphilly Castle. Starting with my hometown Bedwas. I was born in that house. That's the Kissing Gate, goes into the church. St. Baruch's 12th century Norman church. There's a little sweet shop when I was growing up. Down the end of the street where I was born, did this drawing when I was about 15, the old White Arch. This is a drawing I did much more recently. And I'll be sure to leave a link at the end of the church painting video.
Back in Wales, so let me run this by you. Hello, croeso I Cymru. Hello and welcome to Wales. This little stream right here, and this cute little area. I used to come with my mom and my sister. We'd have picnics over there. Just got home a couple of days ago. It's been a long time. It's been, 9 years or so since I was back in Wales. So, well, that didn't take long. It's pissing down with rain in sunny Wales. This is actually the middle of the summer. It's August. And as I tried to say a minute ago, but I wasn't recording, just talking to myself. You don't come to Wales for the weather. I've come here to see my sister and brother and their kids.
When the conquering Normans finally made it to Wales, they were not made at all welcome. The Welsh prince Llywelyn ap Griffith tried to run him out of town, knocked the castle down twice before it was finished, but the marcher Lord Gilbert de Clare continued and persisted and built a fortress in double quick time, and in 1268 built this, the largest castle in Wales. Massive walls, towers, gatehouses, combined with sprawling water defences to cover a total of over 30 acres. It usually takes me 3 or 4 versions of working with the tracing paper before I get to artwork that I'm ready to photograph and turn into vectors. But with this painting, well, we'd already figured out what was going on. For this first painting, we're going to stay very true to the original oil painting colors. Before I put this watercolor down, I splattered some masking fluid over the sky and water areas, and towards the end of this video we'll rub away some of those little dots that will reveal stars. stars that you can make wishes on. Alright, well, I'm going to be quiet for a while and let you just watch the paintings go on. And this is a stage I think you should all know by now where you ought to be very comfortable. You ought to have your feet up with a nice cup of tea or a glass of wine in your hand. And you need to be relaxing while I paint this painting for you. We're about to have our painting interrupted by these buggers. Not the first time they've interrupted. People just trying to hang out in rural Wales. You see, what it was that the Normans brought to Britain at that time was a technology. Nothing new about this technology in the form of a bow that can shoot an arrow further than anybody else, but what the Normans brought to Britain that nobody had an answer for was stone technology, castles. You build something out of stone, it's fairly clear that it was here to stay. And I'm sure they considered the fact that some nearly 1,000 years later some artist would want to paint them just wonderfully all day long. I call this painting Moonrise, Caerphilly Castle. Across the valley at night from my sleepy bedroom in Bedwas, I could see the castle. It was lit up at night. An old legend had it, lots of those going around in Wales, that a witch, a green lady, frequented the castle at night looking for her long lost lover. Absolute bollocks, of course, but they lit up the castle with green lights at night and it looked lovely. And now we've just painted it and it looks lovely again. In part 2 of my visit home to Wales videos, well, it just keeps getting better. I'm going to take you to a real live Welsh fairy castle. We'll include the highlights of a watercolour painting that I made of the castle whilst there. And then we'll roll over the hill further down to the coast to Cardiff, capital city Cardiff, Caerdydd. Catch a few more sights. Catch a few local rugby games. And even make it for the first time, I know, Siom Arnolfi to the Welsh Millennial Rugby Stadium. And few, after all that excitement, will calm down a little bit and take some nice country vibes. Back to our roots, back to where it all started, eh? So see you next week.
Stay there. Hey, sit. Ollie, can you sit? Can you sit, baby girl? Ollie, sit. Sit on one corner. You can just stand there, look cute. How's that? Hey, baby. So busy.
Art Trails and Tales is simply a place to relax, share some art, and discover some different ways of making painting. And we go for lots of walks in amazing places. Nice easy pace, not too much talking. Well, nature is of course so important to us in so many ways. And when we can't get out to open spaces to see the beauty, feel the wind, see a moon come up, hear waves crashing, birds singing, or even just hear our own thoughts again. Now, I know a lot of folks haven't been able to get out to watch the sunset or walk with a dog again. I'm sorry for those of you who are posted up like that right now. So this is my cordial invitation for you to come and join us in our videos. If you happen to paint, let's share some thoughts and ideas. My videos are not how-to videos. I think an artist should find their own way. Do lots of drawing, copy some masters, maybe one a year, and just get out there and paint and draw again. We travel pretty much most of the time, at least 60% of the time, which is outrageous. I'm just at a point in my life, kids are all off doing their own thing, that I can do this. Great to have you come along. I pretty much make short, long form videos. Try to get to the point as soon as possible, not about wasting anybody's time here. And it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him.